Good evening and welcome to Nine's Wide World of Sports, and also to viewers in Pakistan for the highlights of the second day of this second test match between Australia and Pakistan in Brisbane. The first day, Pakistan put into bat by Greg Chappell, all out for 291. A tremendous performance that from the Australian bowlers. Not quite so happy as far as the Pakistan dressing room is concerned, I should think, because they threw away a golden opportunity of making a lot of runs. When Javed Miandad came out this morning, the second morning of the match, I reckon he'd have instructed his bowlers, apart from wanting a quick breakthrough, that they should concentrate on a tight line and length. But I'm afraid early on, the accuracy just wasn't there.
That's a bad ball. That's very close to wide. In fact, umpire Johnson singles are wide. And disappointing moment for Imran after a good delivery to take the pressure off Bruce Laird. It's going to be a wide. It is a wide, in fact. Umpire Crafter suggesting that that ball could not be reached from a normal batting position. He gets it away this time. A bad ball from Sarfraz at his place, far too short. Wood this time smashed it backward a square for 4.
And I'm afraid Sarfraz Nawaz even had problems delivering his first ball.
Oh, and that's a good start for Sarfraz. Down he goes. The new boots, the Hope Sweeney boots. This big's probably a bit long. It's crashed.
An unsettling moment for Sarfraz. That not bowling a ball and slipping there, and Bruce Laird was quick to get back.
Well, Sarfraz did manage to stay on his feet after that. We pick up play now with the score none for 2. It's in the second over, and he's coming in to bowl to Bruce Laird. In the commentary box, Bill Laurie and Keith Stackpole.
Oh, it's thick edge. One day, Itis at the moment, flashing and hooking. Lucky to get away with that, Bruce Laird, and fires overslip.
Bruce Laird continuing in the same vein that he played on last Tuesday evening. Loose shot this from Bruce Laird. Going for the cut, getting a top edge, going right over the top of slips.
Wood facing Sarfraz Nawaz.
He gets it away this time. A bad ball from Sarfraz at his place, far too short. Wood this time smashed it backward a square for 4.
And the previous over from Sarfraz bowled a good bouncer, but this one not moving off the wicket, giving Graham Wood plenty of time. He was into position quickly. Hit it extremely well behind square leg, just rolling the wrists straight to ground and giving that man out at fine leg no chance whatsoever. Cutting it off. It was a good shot from Graham Wood.
He glances fine. That's 4 more, and what a worry for Javed Miandad as Sarfraz continues to attack leg stump. He has 3 slips and a gully, and the big man bowling to Wood's strength.
Sarfraz bowling now to Laird.
Oh, that's a bad ball, and Laird puts it away beautifully through square leg, all the time in the world, and hooked it away.
"13 runs so far from his bad over from Sarfraz, and shot of a man in form."
Imran Khan to Wood.
Good shot. Drifter's run at mid-wicket. Picks up 2 runs. What I like about Graham Wood's play is the fact that when he gets a start, he goes on and makes 100. 30 matches for 5 centuries. It was excellent for an opening batsman. Big occasion player. Once he's in, he goes on. And, this wicket looks very good today, and Wood's moved on to 12. He's a very dangerous player once he's in.
Wood facing Sarfraz Nawaz.
Drives nicely, waited for it to come onto the bat, and just pushed it gently through the vacant mid-off position. Just come to the fieldsman, and they take a comfortable 3. Ragged throw, and the Pakistanis looking very casual this morning. The bowlers are not tight enough. The throwing's been wild. Australia quickly away to 27 without loss.
And a bad return from Sikandar, throwing it way over the head of Wasim Bari, and in fact hitting one of the slips who came around to back up on the full.
And it's Sarfraz. Oh, it's a bad ball. Gee whiz. Hardly believe one's eyes when you see a delivery like that in the first session of a test match. Wood smashed it away back with a square.
And delivery that you probably wouldn't see in club cricket coming from Sarfraz. Bad line, bad length. Graham Wood just helping it on its way.
Graham Wood looking very confident on 22.
Imran Khan to Wood. There's 4 there. The outfield is very fast here at the Gabba today. The ground itself looks an absolute picture.
And Wood chased that fairly wide. His feet weren't very close to the ball, but his eye looks to be in.
It's just over square leg. It was pretty well bowled by Imran. He got it in the right spot. The right shot was played, and it only missed that man at backward square leg, I reckon, by a yard.
Well, it does seem that the Pakistan bowlers are concentrating on the leg side of Graham Wood. They obviously feel that he is a pretty impetuous sort of hooker. I don't think they're far wrong, really.
He's beaten the man at mid-off. And that's quite a long throw for Zahir, who normally feels it slip, but has moved out of there in this innings. Imran Khan to Wood. Safe just out of Wasim Raja's reach again for 4. 50 stand between Laird and Graham Wood. What a good job they've done for Australia in the 2 test matches today. 3 innings, partnerships that have got the Australians away to a very good start on each occasion.
And that was the odd delivery that Imran is obviously going to try each over to bring about the mistimed hook. But it doesn't seem to be paying very much dividend at the moment.
Oh, I think he'd have been gone there. He hesitated just a fraction, Bruce Laird. Well, certainly Laird was struggling there. He wasn't even past Imran when the bowler picked up the ball, and he would have been well out. It gave Imran Khan the opportunity to get across and pick that up. It's none for 52. Sikandar bowls to Laird. He's got 4 there. Short boundary down to 3rd man. Madasta the fieldsman, but no chance of cutting that off. The outfield is nice and quick. The end of Sikandar's over, none for 57. Wood facing Sarfraz Nawaz. Good start. Didn't quite time it. Rizwan, who's on as 12th man, does the fielding.
Wood is on strike and he has 42. A fine opening partnership this by the Australians. No wicket for 60. There's a big appeal there for LBW, but once again the ball probably pitching just outside leg stump. It was full, but just outside leg stump, I suspect.
Worth a shout, and Sikandar having a glare back there at Tony Crafter, but pitching and perhaps just moving and hitting Graham Wood on that front foot. And certainly when it hits batsman on the front foot, there must be some doubt in the mind of an umpire.
Oh, that's a great delivery. That's a beautiful ball from Sikandar, just holding up, and Laird must have been so close to nicking that.
It's one of the best balls we've seen in the morning's play. Pitching, just moving fractionally off the wicket, an ungainly shot from Bruce Laird. Wasambari quick to flick that ball back at the stumps, but that was a good delivery from Sikandar. Bruce Laird committed to play it. Look at him follow through. His feet were all out, all astray.
Imran Khan to bowl to Wood. Oh, there's a big appeal. That must be very close. My goodness, if he didn't get a nick on that, he was gone. The umpire must have thought he got some Wood on, and there, Wood having a little look at the edge of his bat and giving it a little kiss.
The only thing that saved Graham Wood was getting that touch onto that pad, because he would have been plumb. He was out plumb LBW in Perth in the first innings, but that was a good ball from Imran Khan, one that certainly Graham Wood didn't expect. He bent his back on that one, and it came back in the air.
Ijaz, the off-spinner, bowls to Laird.
Oh, and he's nicked that. My goodness, there was a chance. A very, very difficult one. That one going down. It certainly wasn't edged, and it's gone for 4, but it's beaten the gloves of Wasim Bari. One being driven out, and this could be close. My goodness, that must be very close. That was a bad run by Wood, trying to get away just before lunch from the off-spinner, and that could have been out.
I slightly disagree, Tony, because it was bad backing up by Bruce Laird. Just making his ground. And great camera work by the cameraman out there at square leg. Warwick Bull out there. Magnificent camera work, just showing Bruce Laird just getting in by 6 or 7 inches.
4 men now hugged around Laird, and a little bit of pressure being brought to bear. And he's responded by slogging that away down to the deep mid-wicket fence. It was an interesting shot just before lunch.
Well, it's either all or nothing out there at the moment. Suddenly there's a rush of blood by Bruce Laird in this last over, and perhaps trying to get rid of a couple of those close-in fieldsmen, but I don't think that'd do him much good at this last over. Rash shot produced him 4 runs, so that's probably the thing that counts.
3 balls to go. Time Laird on the back foot. Pakistanis really would be hoping for a rash shot from Wood and hoping that it would go to hand. So 2 balls to go now. And this Ijaz over, off spinner. One off the outside edge, and a well called single there by Wood, who was clearly backing up very well. So 1 ball to go now before lunch. One off the outside edge, bringing a single to Laird. The screen now being moved across because Ijaz is going to go around the wicket again. And it's going to be Wood to face. This is the last ball of the session. That ball off the pad, down the pitch, and the umpire saying that'll be lunch. The Australians score on no wicket for 84. Laird has 28. Wood has 45 with 11 sundries, and that's a pretty good start for the Australians.
Good shot. Waiting for that, cut that fine. That's 4 runs. The ball coming in off the seam and then pitching short. And if the last ball of the over, Bruce Laird cuts nicely. No wicket for 88.
Imran Khan to Laird.
Good delivery and well played. He worked that nicely off the stump square of the wicket. And Bruce Laird really is a good player off his pads.
He played that beautifully, adjusted himself last minute and turned his wrists to play that, a wristy shot. It's very well played past fielder there, Ijaz.
Ijaz to Wood.
And he breaks the shackles and he hits it hard and high over mid-wicket. 6 runs. And that's probably brought about Ify by the fact that he's worried about that rough.
Yes, he certainly hit that one hard and magnificently to reach his 50. And what a great 50. Just look at that shot. He really chopped that one. Magnificent shot to reach a really fine 50. Studded with some beautiful shots, particularly off Sarfraz. It's 50 in 82 deliveries of 136 minutes.
Imran Khan to Laird.
He just can't afford to stray there because that's where Bruce Laird really controls the game. Plays that beautifully back to the square to Secunda for 2. That brings up the 100, a fine partnership between Laird and Wood. Great start.
Well, this is simply magnificent from the Australian point of view. The 100 up with no wickets gone, and both batsmen now beginning to look very assured, very confident. And that was a lovely shot by Laird, worked away to deep square leg.
It's a good shot. Laird breaks the shackles off stump and drives well. Sarfraz fields 3 runs.
And that was Laird coming on the front foot. Ball moved just a little in the air, but Laird drove him with a fair amount of power, beat Sarfraz. And this is very interesting cricket now. But Wood, who's got to face now, is really very confident, and Laird giving him excellent support.
Sikandar to Laird.
Looks for one if he hits the stumps. This will be close. He misses, throws too short. The ball bounces over the stumps. Imran throws his head back. So does Dad, but he had every chance in the world of hitting the stumps on that occasion. Picked it up on the run. He had the stumps to throw at. He was close enough, but he fired it far too short. Neil Harvey would have knocked that middle peg out of the ground from that distance. Close, but going down the leg side. Maybe a bit of bat also. Pi Johnson not concerned at all.
Well, Laird coming forward, and very confident appeal there, but possibly missing the leg stump there.
Ijaz bowling to Laird.
And Laird hits in the air, it could be out. He is. Break in concentration. And Laird forced some good bowling by Ijaz. Good intelligent cricket by the off-spinner. Earned that wicket.
He certainly did, and he was trying for that, playing on Laird's patience, and it finally went, and a great catch there by Zahir on full stretch. So Laird is out.
1 for 109.
Well, Greg Chappell on his way to the crease now, and as far as Pakistan are concerned, I guess they'll be hoping his recent run of low scores will continue out here today. Greg Chappell facing off-spinner Ijaz.
And as soon as Shackles that one away, he gets onto the front foot and crashes it through cover. Happy with 2.
Well, that was a fine shot by Chappell, and will give him confidence. He's off the mark. And now it'll be very interesting to see whether Mirdad brings back Imran as Chappell has just come in. That should be interesting to watch.
Good shot. And better timing. And Greg Chappell will know he's got no better chance to play himself back into form.
Well, the footwork there looking good. And that's something that's been missing from Greg Chappell's game. That front foot really going positively forward, a long, long way forward. No hesitation there. You can see he was a good yard in front of his popping crease.
Ijaz to Wood. It's nicely placed by Graham Wood. Actually, I think Javed has left too much of a gap there at extra cover. He has his point fairly square, and then he has the man at cover, man at short cover, that's himself. There's a big gap then, the man around to mid-off. In fact, he's now making 1 or 2 field changes, and he's pulled that man at cover around to try and stop that shot from Graham Wood. Sikandar to Wood. You wouldn't read about that. You can see it again, but you wouldn't read about it. Off the back of the bat, flying away onto the offside, and not sure Sikandar wants to go on.
I think he's praying to some kind of deity out there, because Wood goes for the sweep. It looks as though it hit the bat at the back of the bat. There's a general confusion there as Mudasa goes back, Ijaz comes in. And Ijaz seems to have a habit of confusing fieldsmen out there. He did the same thing in the one-day at Melbourne. There doesn't seem to be much communication going on.
Greg Chappell facing off-spinner Ijaz. He's got through that gap again. Just racing away from the fieldsman there. And now Ijaz, the bowler, is going to ask for a field change there. I'm not surprised, really. He has 4 men in close. I'm not sure that the pitch really dictates that you can set that attacking a field. Sikandar to Wood. He's paying the penalty there for straying down around about leg stump. That was a good shot by Graham Wood. Played it well within himself.
And you'd really think Sikandar would have learnt by now. That ball certainly came back into Wood from outside the leg stump, but it was sufficiently short and sufficiently wide to enable the left-hander to move inside the line. In fact, Wood had so much time to hit it, he hit it off the front foot.
Ijaz to Wood. And there's a lovely stroke. Beautiful 6 again by Graham Wood. That's twice. Twice he's hit Ijaz away down the ground.
Now the crowd love that. Ijaz around the wicket. That ball wide of the off stump, spinning away slightly, giving Wood enough room to have a full swing of the bat at it. And he picks it up ever so cleanly and hits it straighter than he did on the previous occasion when he smoked the ball for 6 over mid-wicket. It was more in the area of rather squarish long on.
And he's put him down. There's no great alarm out there on the part of the fielders. It certainly didn't look a bump ball from here.
Delivery played quite gently and sensibly by Wood out to square point to bring him a single. He's splitting the field quite well. It's not the sort of thing one expects an opening batsman to do, to dob the off-spinner for 6 over long on, and of course that took the off-spinner by surprise, Ijaz, and then he just simply pushed the ball away on the offside to bring him a single. Good variation in tactics on the part of Graham Wood. This extraordinary field being set for Ijaz against Greg Chappell. Just 2 men on the offside. 2 men plus the slip.
Shot. Well, that really is a funny field out there. Not funny humorous for the bowler, but just funny, peculiar. Let's have a look at it out there now. That's what Chappell... Well, it's all Chappell had to contend with. Well, there's another one coming the offside now. Javed, the skipper. He's not just coming to fetch the ball, he's going to do a bit of fielding on the offside. Leg spinner Wasim Raja to Graham Wood.
It's in the air and it's going way down, and this is going to drop short. No, he's got him. Yes, beautifully placed, and that's a suicidal shot there by Graham Wood. The man all on his own, no one else out there. Mudasa on the boundary, and the ball hit straight down his throat.
An instant success with this bowling change. Graham Wood looking for the big hit. He put a couple of 6s out there over the boundary. Not hit with the same power, and a good catch by Mudasa. Getting down on the one knee, the body right behind it. And a good safe catch. The end of Graham Wood. Good innings from him. 72, must be kicking himself. Missing out in that 100. 2 for 149.
Left-hander Alan Border, and Sikandar is the bowler.
And a big appeal there for LBW, and that ball pitching just outside leg stump.
And a lot of angle in Sikandar's bowling, and saw from that delivery that beat Alan Border before, but pretty close. It was worth a shout. Alan Border falling across, and he's got a few problems out there at the moment.
Roger again. It's a little shorter. Border cutting and well placed too. Jarvid Miandad's off it down there, and it's going down towards the third man boundary, but Miandad quite quick. Just 2 to Border. So Sikandar to bowl again. We're into over number 47. Greg Chappell on strike. Well, that's beautifully played. That's over pitched. The half volley, and Chappell having no trouble whatsoever driving that down the ground for 4. Beautifully timed. Absolutely effortless shot.
Effortless shot by Greg Chappell. The old straight drive pitched up by Sikandar and coming into the pads of Greg Chappell and just whipping it straight down the ground. Lovely shot for 4 runs. Sikandar just over pitching, giving Greg Chappell every chance of having a good look at it.
Left-hander Alan Border, and Sikandar is the bowler.
That one driven away on the leg side. It was pitched just outside leg stump. It wasn't a bad shot by Border. There were lots of grunts and groans on the part of the Pakistanis. That's cut off well down on the boundary there by Zahir, and a good throw. 3 runs to Border. 2 for 161.
Chappell faces Sarfraz.
Chappell drives, beautiful shot, beautifully placed through the offside field. That ball racing away towards the extra cover boundary. And that was timed to perfection. 2 for 169. Roger again. Border down the wicket, and that's a beautiful shot. Oh, he said he doesn't hit many straight. That was as straight as a die, straight down the ground for 4.
Great shot from Alan Border, and just missing the stumps down at the bowler's end. Coming down once again and hitting straight, just missing umpire, missing stumps, missing that outstretched hands of Raja.
Chappell faces Sarfraz.
Chappell driving to a ball just short of a length and a big weight, hitting it straight to Madassa.
Greg Chappell appearing to me as they really like to take over scoring mantle out there at the moment, but just battling with his concentration. He knows that this could be the last over before tea. Doesn't want to get out, and let's face it, there could be plenty of runs around after tea. 32 overs to go with the ball before the new ball's taken. Bowlers a bit on the tired side, and exactly the same for the field.
That one wide outside off stump. Chappell having nothing to do with it, and that clock moving slowly up to 20 to... Time tea is taken, and just 1 ball to go, so I suspect the umpires will take the fielders off the ground after this last ball from Sarfraz.
Of wasting time out there to ensure that this is the last over, and going out into the deep, being Jarvid himself.
That one driven and driven for 4, beautifully placed there by Chappell, right through the offside field, and he continues his little run down towards the pavilion as the players leave the ground for tea. The score, Australia 2 for 179.
Right arm around the wicket, aiming for the rough. Bad ball when he puts it away for 4. What a great start for Alan Border. Me and Dad would be disappointed with that delivery. The right-hand leg spinner who bowled so tightly before the tea break. Looking for the rough, pitching far too short. And Border, very good square of the wicket. Put it away for 4 runs.
Chappell faces Wasim Raja.
Chappell driving through cover. What a beautiful player he is through that region. He gets to the pitch of the ball and he always finds the gap.
Greg Chappell now looking very, very dangerous. That front foot now going down the wicket with a very great degree of authority.
Wasim Raja to Border.
Bad ball, put away. 4 runs, and you just can't bowl short to Alan Border. He's very good square of the wicket. Smash that straight into the ground.
Yes, Border very quick onto the back foot there and smashing that ball away through mid-wicket. Little Loris said, a very powerful player. He gives it the short arm jab.
This time he cuts the offside. One of the best players of spin in Australia, Alan Border. 3 for that square drive.
And well fielded by Madassa there, pushing himself off the fence. And in his attempt to bowl economically, Raja's pulling that ball down, and in so doing is virtually playing into the hands of Alan Border.
This Border taking toll of those shorties took of Riz. Chappell does the same. Doesn't quite get a clean hit, but gets 2. So Raja concedes 10 runs. 200 up for 2. It was the edge, didn't carry. Majid knocked it down, but coming through for the second, this could be close, but the throw's not quick enough from Sarfraz, and Border through for 2 off the outside edge.
That was interesting, you know, because there's the pick-up and return from Sarfraz. Better this time, closer to the stumps. But that was interesting, that stroke from Border, because for once Imran got the ball to move away, but you notice in spite of the fact that he caught the edge of Border's bat, that ball did not carry to slip. And it makes you really wonder about the worthwhile nature of those slip fieldsmen. They're not too deep, but to come any closer would be, I think, inviting a little bit of trouble because the ball would travel so quickly to them.
Imran Khan to the Australian skipper Greg Chappell.
Chappell on to 47, and Imran labouring to the wicket. Just gently coming up, not really holding his back of his leg there and stretching.
Looks to be the back of his left leg.
Certainly tries very hard, a strong man. Oh, glorious shot. Next Chappell on to 48. Going back for the second. Makes it a no ball called. So Greg Chappell on to 49. Just starting to build a big innings.
And you notice that Chappell is still hitting pretty straight, angling that ball away slightly into the mid-on position. Ijaz, the fieldsman. And Imran then showing a little bit of emotion because he was fed up with himself for bowling a no ball and thus prolonging this over.
Scampers through for 50. A great feeling for the Australian skipper. Always great to make a 50.
Once you get to 50, it's a bit of a milestone, but basically you've got to start. You've done part of the job, but the most important thing is to go on looking to get 100 and more than 100. So it's only a milestone, and really it's time then to capitalise on the hard work that you've done.
There's a Bradman-like statement. Just the beginning, not the end.
Secunda to come in. He's bowled 14 overs for 36 runs. Oh, Chappell. Beautiful player, square of the wicket. The shouts there, but Border scampering through for 3. Great throw from Imran. Good piece of cricket.
What a magnificent try Imran is. Picking that ball up, throwing on the turn, alongside the stumps. And had the batsman taken life easily then they would have been in real trouble. So, again, Imran just flexing that leg. Down he goes on his haunches. He's had a hard day and he's just beginning to realise it.
Border cuts. Beats Madassa. Once again, it's Imran to do the fielding.
My word, that ball's following Imran, isn't it? It seems that he's the only Pakistan player in the game at the moment.
Border faces Imran Khan.
Border again showing his strength on the square cut. On that occasion, perhaps just a little bit too close to it. I got the impression that he hit that ball rather high on the splice. Nonetheless, he hit it cleanly and picked up 2 runs. Now let's have a look at the comparison between the two batsmen. As you can see, Chappell there has scored, 28 runs of his 53 in boundaries. And Border far more circumspect, just 12 runs of his innings, his 36, 1/3 coming in boundaries.
Beats him again. Just carries to Wassenbar. He is far too deep. I don't think a snick will carry. Falling over to love that ball.
Certainly a snick would probably take a little bit of impetus off that ball and mean that the delivery would probably bounce before it got to the keeper.
He's got him. A reward for hard work by Imran. He really tried hard to get that breakthrough, and Border never really looking at home against the genuine pace of Imran Khan.
Now we see the reason why Imran was going around the wicket. He rather fancied that Border would go for the square cut against the ball that was too close to him. In fact, he did. The ball moved in, and an underneath edge deflects the ball onto Border's stumps. So Border is out for 36. Some intelligent bowling from Imran Khan. You can see Border really going for that square smash. Again, that was a rather strange deflection, wasn't it? It seemed to almost hit the side of the off stump. So Border bowled by Imran for 36. The 3rd wicket has fallen down for 219.
Greg Chappell faces Sikandar.
Glorious shot. The crowd are loving every moment of this innings from Greg Chappell, and he does it in style. Plenty of time. It's 8-4.
And what a good 4 it was. A commanding back foot drive, penetrating the covers, bisecting them quite neatly between point and orthodox cover. The ball just a little bit too short.
Sikandar to Hughes. Two there to Hughes. He jars the fieldsman. Splendid innings from Kim Hughes in Perth in the 2nd innings. Century over there. Most responsible innings on that occasion. Really kept his head down. Hardly played a false stroke. And he'll pick up 2, probably 3 more here. Depends how quick Greg Chappell is. It'll go at Greg Chappell's end. No need for Wassenbar to give him a long, hard look. The throw was the thing that spoiled things for Pakistan. Good thinking on Javed's part to get in there to take the throw and hurl it to the keeper. Unfortunately, it was crooked enough that it hit Greg Chappell rather than went to Wasim Bari's gloves straight over the top of the bails. Imran Khan to the Australian skipper Greg Chappell.
So an interesting battle going on here between these two.
Well fielded, didn't quite get it cleanly, but it stopped extra runs for Greg Chappell. He'll only get 2 there. Something been puzzling me for quite some time, Mr. Carr. You might be able to help me. On the back of, or on Imran's back, there's a very, very red mark, and yet I've never once seen him polish the ball on his back.
Well, I've never seen that too, Richie, and I asked him, as a matter of fact, in the Perth match, that why does he shine the ball at the back of his shirt? And he says he rather likes it and is able to get some shine on it. That was his answer to me.
That's a no ball. Another one to come. Well, yes, I assume that from the practical point of view that must be the answer. But as I say, I've never yet once seen him shine the ball on his back, and yet he has this extraordinary red mark there. Two more to Greg Chappell. End of Imran's over, 3 for 235.
2 red stripes down there, and of course he's also got a little red stripe on his backside, so he certainly does a good job on keeping the shine on. And Hughes flicking that one away on the leg side that time, and he'll get 2. And that's the end of the Sarfraz over. 3 for 260.
Madassa bowling to Greg Chappell.
That's well played. Beautiful shot by Chappell. Straight down the ground. That one over-pitched by Madassa. And Chappell onto the front foot, drives down the ground for 4.
It was a good shot from Greg Chappell, but not all that desperate cricket coming from Sukanda at mid-off. It was a real desperate effort from him. Just sort of diving on the knee and really not going after it. Once it got past him, it was certain 4 runs. So good shot from Greg Chappell. Takes him into the 80s. In fact, joins Zahir as top scorer in this match. So he got 80 yesterday before he was bowled by Dennis Lilly.
And played away on the offside, and that's going away down towards the boundary too, but it'll be cut off. That 4 to Chappell the ball before was the first ball for 16 overs. That's the end of the over, 3 for 272.
Sarfraz to Hughes.
Oh, and that's a big appeal for LBW, and must have been pretty close, and Sarfraz almost on his knees.
Yes, a good ball, but just a little high, and perhaps maybe an edge from Kim Hughes, but certainly a little high, hitting on the back thigh. It was a good delivery from Sarfraz, cut in from outside off stump.
Chappell faces Sarfraz.
Well, that's a beautiful shot by Greg Chappell, placing that perfectly through the field on the offside, down to the extra cover boundary for 4. That's his 10th 4.
Wasim Raja to Hughes.
That one cut away outside off stump towards the boundary. The fielders leaving it for each other. Eventually Madassa heads off down to the point boundary, and Hughes gets 3. So looks as if it's going to be the last ball of the day. Chappell heads off towards the pavilion. Hughes follows him, and what a magnificent day for Australia.
Well, there's a good scorecard from Australia's point of view. 3 for 282. Just 9 runs behind Pakistan. 2 full days play gone, and the Australians right in the box seat. The pitch still very, very good. Looking at it at the moment, you would think in terms of a draw, but if the Australians can make enough runs tomorrow, they'll put an enormous amount of pressure on the Pakistan batsmen in their second innings. The bowlers today, just 3 of them successful, and the rest struggled, and the over rate, well, it was just around about 82 balls an hour. Tomorrow should be a great day. Australia very much in the ascendancy, and Greg Chappell is still there, not very far away from his century, which would bring him up level with Neil Harvey in the list of century makers for Australia. So it should be a very, very good day at the Gabba. Good night.